So the first video, guys, when you watch it, at the end, I'm going to let you know, like, hey, I'm going to give you a part 2 so you can understand it all better. But I decided to go ahead and post this one first because it'll help you to better understand what I was saying in the first video. So this is part 2, but being posted first. Okay. My first day, I took myself to learn how to fish. I went to this place, it was called Papagos, right? And they had a lake right there. So I go with my ice chest and my fishing poles and my tackle box, compliments on my daughter, thank you. And I sat there, I asked somebody, to let me buy some bait because I went without bait, bro. So he ended up giving me some bait. And then I had watched this other guy string his pole. So I was like, I can do that too, So I sat there, I string my pole. And then he was like, you need a little help? I was like, I wanted to say no, but I was like, you know what? Let me not. You know what I'm saying? So he helped me a little bit with that. And I was like, okay, cool. So I stood in one area and I was throwing the fishing rod and it kept coming back to me. And I was like, okay, what do I do? So I packed up. I was like, you know what? I'm about to go to Bass Pro Shop. Fuck it. I packed up all my stuff and I started to wheel my ice chest toward the car, but then I seen these other two guys, these other two fishermen, right? And, they seemed like they was doing pretty good. They had their music bumping and everything, and they was bumping Marcus Rogers. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, the vibe was cool. Or I should say the atmosphere was great, right? It just depends on what you want to say, but it means the same. So the vibes were cool. And the guys were definitely men of Christ. You know what I'm saying? So we got into really, really good conversation. I thought at first, initially, because of my own healing process that was taking place, I thought that it was a guy here with his son. And he had told me, he was like, oh no, this is just my brother in Christ. We out here fishing. And he had explained to me that, he had always wanted his dad to teach him, but his stepfather came along and his stepfather taught him. You know what I'm saying? And the weird part about it is this dude looked just like my stepfather. You feel me? So I'm looking at him like, bruh, this man looked like Tino. Like, this is crazy. But he was shorter and he was younger, So, we talking or whatnot. And, I had, kind of gave them a little backstory of why I'm out here fishing. And, we was vibing on the same thing because, he had, his wants to fish because of his father also. You know what I'm saying? So, automatically I knew that God had everything to do with that divine appointment. You know what I'm saying? Before I got ready to leave, we all prayed. All three of us prayed. And, they prayed for my safe travels back home. And just a lot of things, that we were praying about. It was touching me. It was touching them. Like, it was just amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it was at that moment that I knew that this was ordained by God. You know what I'm saying? Healing is always ordained by God. You can never heal without breaking apart yourself so that you can find the pieces that you need to heal. You know what I'm saying? And this was definitely a piece of my life that I needed to heal. I had spent all last year just contemplating life, contemplating my whole entire existence. And within doing that, I was able to see certain pieces of me that needed to be healed. People ask all the time, how do you get to a point of healing? Well, guess what? I'm sorry to break it to you. You don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm healed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do the work. You can rely on God to guide you through the process, of course, but you have to do the work. Faith without works is dead. So stay tuned for the next video, guys. The next video is coming up shortly. Peace.